Hello friends, welcome to CSS tutorial. In this video, we are going to see how to select tag by its ID. So a HTML document tags can have an ID attribute. So previously we saw class attribute, right? Likewise, we can have ID attribute as well. ID should be unique throughout the document. So that's the recommended one. So if you have a tag and if you specify ID, and that ID should be unique inside the document. Now we will see how to use the ID attribute to apply CSS style. That means here we are going to form a selector based on the ID. So fcolor, we know we already used it. So this is for class selector. This dot notation specifies any tag that contains fcolor will follow this rule 1. So this is from our previous example, a paragraph tag that is going with the fcolor class attribute. So to specify a ID selector, we have to use the symbol hash. So previously we used dot to specify the class selector, right? The same way. Here we have to specify the ID selector. Here title is the ID name and hash denotes its ID. So that means here the selector will try to match ID equal to title. Right, so this is the selector and here we specify the rule. And for this title ID, we specify font family as bell empty. Font size is 20 pixel. We assign a color and here we are using a border style as well. The border style here, what we are using is solid border. So for h1 tag, we specify the attribute ID equal to title. That means it will take the rule specified here, right? Style rule title. So if you see here, we specified kind of a green color and we supplied a border as a solid. So that's why here you are seeing a green colored border. Next, we have one more ID attribute, and this time we are matching ID equal to subtitle, and we specify our third rule here. So these are all what called selectors. That is selector 1 for class, selector 2 is for ID, and selector 3 is for also ID. This will match with title and this third selector will match with the subtitle and apply rule 3. And here h2, if you see, we use subtitle and border style is solid and we changed the background color here, and that's why you are seeing a different background color, and the font size is 14 pixel. Now let's go to the demo and see how ID selector is working. We will close our previous example and create a new file, and we will name it as ID selector.html and the same with a CSS extension. So we created two files. So here is our CSS selector, and we use the same color attribute for fcolor And if you want to change this to a different color, you can click on this color swatch and pick whatever color you want. So now if you see, the color got changed. And for title, here we are using font family, font size, and different color and border style. So border style solid we are using. That means around the tag it will apply a border. So that's why you see a box around the tag. So in HTML, so we have sample HTML which make use of the tags that we specified, and let's go with a so just use the horizontal splitter. You can close it at any time. Okay, if you see F color, so that's one selector, and we are using F color for the paragraph tag. The dot notation here states it's a class selector, so this one will get picked. Next, hash title, and it will search for ID equal to title. So there is only one such element, h1 tag with heading 1, and all the style rule will be applied for this one. Next, for subtitle, and here is the subtitle. So heading 2 will go for this attribute style, right? So hash denotes the ID and dot denotes the class, right? So inside the curly braces we will define one or multiple rules. So here only one rule defined for F color, and here we applied multiple rule. So here we applied 3 rules. All right, now we will save and run it. So we will close this and run and debug, and we will choose the Edge browser. And if you see here, heading 1, that's ID selector, right? Heading 1 is title, and it applied all these rules. And if you see heading 1, the color is green. Green is applied for heading, as well as the border style we specified is solid. So box is appearing around the h1 tag, you can see that, and that also falls under the green color since we specified the color attribute. Alright, then font size is 20 pixel and font family is bell empty. So if these fonts are not there in your system, you can put whatever font is available to you. Then for subtitle, if you see, that is applied to heading 2 because ID equal to subtitle here. So border style solid, we doesn't specify any color, so that appears in black color here. Next, this time we use a background color. Previously we doesn't use any background color, so that's why heading 1 is displayed without any background, but here we have a background color, so this color is applied. And heading 2 is surrounded with a border style solid with a background color specified by this background color rule. Then font size is 14. So here if you see, for heading 1 we used the title ID and we applied a specific attribute to it, and for heading 2 we applied different attribute. Previously we used blue color, right? So now we changed the color, that's why it's appearing in red. And if you want to change back, you can go for blue again and refresh it. This means we have to save this, save all, refresh it. Alright, that's all. Just now you saw how to use the ID selector. So the keynote here is hash denotes the ID, and this is the ID name. Dot denotes the class, and the class name is fcolor. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.